important. And there it goes. We received the alert. That is good. Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday. We know what that means. It is Trending Thursday. Outside again because it's going to be another gorgeous day in Vero Beach. But this is Carol, so AKA Naughty Boss, live with TwoSistas.
Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Janice, AKA Wellness Diva 5.0. Yes, it is still hot, excuse me, all over the country. Make sure you are hydrating properly. Very, very important. Important all the time, but obviously during the hotness of the weather, don't overheat yourself. So it's Trending Thursday, and obviously we are gearing up for tomorrow, which we are very, very excited about. And we have some things planned, which we're not going to divulge yet. But what I will say, excuse me, what I will say is that one of the things that Carol Sue and I are going to do, we've decided that we're going to do this thing, but we're not going to tell each other what it is. So
that sounds weird. Just saying.
Well, yeah, it does, but it makes it exciting and it makes it
Well,
engaging.
we need to let the audience and viewers know that we know what the weird thing is, but we don't really know what it is.
Right. And we'll just leave it at that.
Right.
So that's what's trending initially, but there's always something trending on a Thursday. What's happening in your world?
Well, we often speak about how our world impacts what's trending, right? With our health, wellness, mindset, we collaborate all to partner all together because we're all in this together, right? So I've actually saw a bunch of different posts. As most know, besides doing our TwoSistas, we are both respectively in our own health and wellness careers, working with different companies. And, it's funny, the choices that we have that really bring us to the end game, or what we think the end game is, which is always sharing what we're passionate about, going after those goals, going after those dreams, and like kind of breaking and pounding through the bricks. But when you have those bricks within your own industry, that's kind of tough. So tough conversation today of what's trending, choices of where you go, find value, where you feel value, and where you think that it's going to be a stepping stone or a tool to get you to those goals of dreams and vision. Now, many know that a lot of people over the last 12 to 15 months have had to divert from maybe what they were normally doing. Maybe they had to recreate a career. Maybe they had to really deep down and have that moment in that time, because we had a lot of time, right? We were locked up in the house to a certain degree, of where they wanted to go in life. How do they want to make their dreams come true? Whether it's, that new home, that vacation, that college fund, maybe financial freedom. And so many people have actually been blessed with opportunities with direct sales companies. Some people will call them MLMs. Some people will call them, direct marketing, direct sales. And there's pitfalls, people. Yes, you heard it right from me. There are pitfalls with direct sales and MLM companies. And I'm going to tell you what they are. The one thing that they're great for me, from my perspective, and I want to make sure that I'm very clear on this is from my perspective, is the opportunity that it brings you to connect with other human beings with like-minded mindset, and or because you fell in love with a product together, or you just love being around good vibe people, right? Who doesn't? So let's compare that to, say, corporate America. So say you have someone in the fast track in corporate America. They're working for an insurance company, right? And maybe they just start out as an agent. They work their way up to, maybe they're a manager of their particular group. They're slowly climbing the ladder. But as frequently, we do know that in corporate America, in order for your career to kind of reach the next level, sometimes you got to jump ship. You got to hop to maybe another insurance company and or another company that might be in that field, but where it's going to allow you that room for growth, that room for, reaching that pivotal level that you want to be, or, maybe just to catapult your career. So frequently what happens in the corporate world is when someone leaves a company, what do? You have a goodbye party, right? You have, a cocktail party, you all go out for dinner. You still have that same commitment to that person. You're still friends with them. You wish them well because another opportunity presented itself that fits the journey that particular person's on, right? Well, the stinky part, and it's a stinky part about MLM and direct sales. People get very competitive with their company. Like they're the only company out there. They have the best product in the world. And that's okay to feel that way because you want to be postured. You want to be believable. And you want to also be authentically you when you're sharing something, at least from my perspective. I am not going to represent a company that I don't feel passionate about, that I don't feel the product, or that I wouldn't recommend, because that's just not me. Some people will go to a direct sales company and they'll, because of the what people call the shiny object or whatever they're presenting. So it leads them to go to that company for that reason. Most people that are in direct sales, however, the big difference is they don't wake up one day and say they want to be in direct sales. It kind of usually does fall into their lap. They fell in love with the product. They have a friend involved, a family member involved. But I would have to say across the board, the one negative piece, direct sales and MLM, is be happy for everybody, people. You know, sometimes people will leave a company because it just doesn't fit them. It doesn't fit maybe their vision, maybe the organization that they're involved with. There's no connection there. There's no camaraderie, because with direct sales, it's a lonely industry in the sense of you are your own boss, you're your own CEO, but you want to partner with and be in an organization with other people that have that same mindset and want to help you, and you want to help them, and you collaborate together, you're partners in it. Doesn't always happen that way in every organization. So my biggest pet peeve and what is trending, because I've seen at least 4 or 5 posts in the last week about this, is people that may be leaving one company to another. Wish them well. Congratulations. Good luck. What happened to kindness? What happened about cheering the person on, regardless whether, yeah, you might feel bad that they're leaving, but you don't have to take it personal. I mean, sometimes I guess it could be that. I'm going to get your take on that. I guess sometimes it could be that. But from my perspective, I always think of, I'm not in that person's shoes. I'm not the one doing the legwork to get their goals and their dreams or get their bills paid or whatever it may be that they're going after. They want that financial freedom. So who am I to tell them which company to stay with? And it doesn't mean you can't be postured and believe in the company that you're with and the product. Of course, it goes without saying. But I think the bashing of people going from one company to another, that's got to stop. What do you think?
I agree. I always have a comment about something, good, bad, or indifferent. No, as you said, nobody wakes up one day and says, hey, I'm going to join a direct sales company. Well, let me tell you something out there. And I know that I pretty much said this before. Thank God people in MLMs, direct sales, whatever you want to call it, had that to fall back on. Think of the working single mom who's working her butt off full-time and perhaps doing an MLM part-time. Thank God she had that to fall back on to feed her children. And I'm just putting that out there because, and I'll start with that. The second thing with MLM or direct sales is, I do have to agree with you about obviously the kindness factor. I've obviously been in different MLMs. I will be the first one to admit that I'm not a real good MLM or direct sales. Yeah, I've done a few things because I do love the products. What I experienced only confirmed for me during a particular time when I outreached to someone who was above me in the food chain, I'll just say, and they were very standoffish. Be kind. Say thank you graciously. Hello, how you doing graciously? Have gratitude. Show some respect for your common human person that is sitting beside you, chatting with you. And
doesn't it make you wonder, though? I think my puzzlement of the whole thing is, and I'm sure a small piece of that does happen in corporate America, but it's more prevalent in direct sales companies. that they, when someone makes that decision, hey, this isn't a fit for me anymore, or I fell in love with this other product, or hey, my girlfriend's now in this company and I really want to kind of connect with her. What doesn't that, whatever their decision is, it's not our journey. They're the one, we don't wear the same shoe size. So for some organizations, they're very blessed. They are very blessed with being locking arms with people that really want to show them the business, how to build the business and how to be successful, still have fun and still have a good friendly relationship. Not all organizations, and I don't mean companies, I'm talking about organizations, because within a company, within a direct sales company, there are multiple organizations, right? You join one team, you might have a sister, you've got several sister teams, and then you have people that are also in the company that are not even part of your organization. So the point being is, there are some great leaders out there that really understand, they have a good business mindset, number one. Maybe they're picking apart the compensation plan and know how to build people correctly. Maybe they don't care what your level of desire is, but they know that you're passionate. Maybe you're just that single mom that just wants to earn enough to pay for some groceries, or to pay towards, save a little bit of money for that family vacation, or start building that nest egg for college, or that brand new car, or maybe a different home, whatever it may be. Everyone's level of desire is different. And I think the great organizations within any MLM have the one common denominator: welcoming. You're around a table, around the campfire, regardless of level of desire, everyone is welcomed. So there are always going to be those that are going to be the go-getters, the goal breakers, that are going to go after those goals and dreams and vision, because they have that true entrepreneur spirit, and they want to go after that. And this is the avenue, because the other key piece to direct sales and MLM, it is the least amount of risk from a financial standpoint to have your own business, to be your own CEO. Most people cannot afford the startup cost of having a small business. It's just, especially in this day and age, without assistance and or grants or whatever, and that always just doesn't happen. Many people just don't have that financial backing to do that, but they still have, excuse me, that entrepreneurial spirit, that they want to be their own CEO. They want to be their own boss. They want to set their own timetable. So an MLM and a direct sales company is the perfect way to be able to be that entrepreneur. But with like any organization, any group, any company, there's always that little drama piece to it, a little cray-cray piece to it. And I think that's a turnoff. And I think that is one thing that us as a whole industry has to look at face on and say, we got to do better. Because at the end of the day, if you're not attracting people and making sure that everyone feels welcome, regardless of their level of desire, and still welcome them, that's the pitfall. And we don't want to, some people make that choice. They decide to go to another company. Wish them well, congratulate them. What's the difference between somebody leaving from one corporate America job to another? Maybe you're in business, right? You're a director, you're a CEO, and the common denominator of what you're doing is just general business. Well, you're at one company. Maybe the path to success to get promoted isn't just there. So you know what? You've made that hard decision. You've looked into, investigated, or maybe you went to a recruiter and they said, oh my God, there's this great job over here. You fit the bill. Let's get you an interview. Different company, but it meets the needs of where your career path is going. So you go. Does that mean everyone at your old company is going to bash you because you left? You might get a few of those people. Of course you will. But as a whole, I think the MLM and the direct sales companies do more of it, and it needs to stop. It's just, to me, it's a turn off. It just doesn't, it's not a good look for us.
Well, so true. And what I wanted to say to that person in that instance, I did not say, because when I am put in that position, I always think, if somebody, and maybe a person maybe I just didn't really care for, I would still give them that same respect. Obviously, they didn't give that respect or that genuine kindness to me, because I have to hold myself to a higher standard. Now, did I think it in my mind what I wanted to say? Oh, yes, I did. And I did. I walked away. I went in the ladies' room and I said kind of to myself what I wanted to say, and came back. But I think what people in those positions need to do is remember where you came from and that your downline is supporting your ass.
That is so true. And for those that don't understand really how direct sales works, a lot of people really refer to it as a pyramid, and it's actually more about a business funnel. So, and every direct sales company has different. I mean, there are some that have similar, say, comp plans and others. But when you are blessed to get into an organization with somebody that can actually can pick it apart, and I think part of what happens is when you're sharing something that you absolutely love, it just comes naturally. I mean, if you're finding great results with it, whatever it may be, or you're feeling good from it, you're naturally just going to share it. No different than, hey, you went to this movie at AMC, right? Great, great, great movie. What are you going to do? You're going to tell your family and friends about it. Hey, you got to go there. Or you go to a great restaurant and you absolutely love the chef or the presentation or the feeling or the vibe. You're going to share it. Well, that's no different what direct sales is doing. How many times people push Amazon, push Wally World, right? And if you actually look at the bottom of their websites, they do have affiliates. So direct sales and MLMs it's nothing new. It is just a way for that person that has the entrepreneurial spirit to obviously have a business without the huge overhead that it would normally take if you were a small business owner. So that's a plus. It's great for your tax write-offs. That's a plus. But I think as a whole, I've seen too many companies, and because what's happening is people are reinventing themselves. There are people that were very much involved with different direct sales companies now broken off and formed their own MLM. Kudos to them that they've got the entrepreneurial spirit and they work really hard to achieve their goals for themselves, but also the people that they're bringing into their organization. You have, long-standing direct sales companies that have been around for 25, 30 years that have stand the test of time. And that goes to show you of the entrepreneurs behind it that are sharing it, and the product's got to be product driven. People like the product, right? So I think how we can do better, and if we're not always room, part of it is too is being accountable. As an industry, we have to be accountable that we're not doing it so good where it comes to that piece to it, and how can we make it better to attract more people? Because I don't know, do you want to be that person that screenshots all somebody else's crap to show that to somebody else and like start the gossip trail? No, that's not a good look for direct sales or MLMs. Do you want to get mad because someone decided to leave your team or go to another company? No, you wish them well and say, you know what, you worked really hard here, or you love the product, or maybe your timelines change. Maybe you needed just something new. That happens a lot of times. So I think when we rise above the negative piece to that and really showcase that we do really, because when you really wish somebody well, do it with meaning, do it with kindness, do it with gratitude, but do it with authenticity. Don't be fake about it. What do you think?
You can't fake and bake. You just can't. Be kind. Even if you're not crazy about that person, be kind, be genuine. That shows to the universe that you are putting out those good vibes in the world. And remember, there's always a story behind the story.
Oh, don't you love those? I love those things. So we are gearing up for tomorrow, which kudos, let's give ourselves a little pat on the back. It is going to be our 250th episode. Can you believe that? Our TwoSistas family. I cannot believe that this is going to be tomorrow will be our two. And it happens on Fantabulous Friday. How cool is that?
I know. And, just think about 250 episodes. How long was the chit chat? Like, that's a lot of chit chat, just saying.
A lot of chit chat. Not chit chat. A lot of nothing about nothing. A lot of, as most people know, we are sharing how you can do a podcast right from your home, right from, sometimes I'm from the nail salon, sometimes I'm at the beach, sometimes I'm in the office. Sometimes Jan is coming right out of kickboxing. It does not matter where we do it, where we take it on the road. We are being authentically us. We chat about, and a lot of people also, one of the biggest questions I think that we've gotten over the last year is, how do you talk about politics and health, wellness, and mindset? And we have to kind of reiterate this over and over again. Yeah, we talk about controversial subjects, But the point being is we're in controversial times, when are we not? But knowing that our outside things that we cannot control do impact our health, our wellness, and our mindset. And how can we do better to incorporate that in ways to actually show ways to kind of divert from the negative piece to it, embrace it, validate it, but also recognize that it is impacting our health and wellness, right?
Absolutely. And on that note, Trending Thursday, what is trending for you? And do you have any questions for the sisters for the 250th episode? We would love to hear from you. And on that note, my name is Janice, aka Wellness Diva 5.0, and I am with
TwoSistas, and this is Carol Sue, aka Naughty Boss, live from poolside on Reams on the Rocks. Gonna have another glorious day. We got some friends visiting. Mike and his girlfriend are coming in, and then I think got some dinner thing going on tonight. Busy weekend, and I want to put a shout out to Mike, who's going to. There's a big truck show in Daytona Beach. So if you are into cool looking trucks, like what I mean by like cool looking trucks, his truck right now, it's a Ford Raptor something or other. What is it called? Yeah, it's a Ford Raptor, but man, it's got a cooler built in. It's got these cool lights. Retro paint. Is it retro paint? Like everything's like retro. It's just so cool. And you're gonna see a lot of cool things like that. And that's in Daytona Beach. So shout out to him and Kristen. And yeah, we will back tomorrow for the big 250th on Fantabulous Friday. This is Carol Sue, aka Naughty Boss, live and going out. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone.
Hi, everyone. 9 a.m., 250th.